Good evening, everyone. My name is Ted Neal. I have been on the Advisory and Development Board of Greenhouse Scholars for 6 years, not quite since the beginning, but pretty darn close. I'm very pleased to have helped the organization grow from almost nothing to where it is today. I'm also the president of Gresham Partners, and we are proud to be a sponsor of this event, I think for the 5th straight year. So thank you all for supporting the event. Thank you all for coming out. I want to talk a little bit about another way to support Greenhouse Scholars, which is sponsoring a scholar. So if I don't say this, Pete's going to kill me. There are envelopes on your table if you want to learn more about the different ways to support Greenhouse. Don't be afraid, they're right in front of you. Pick them up, read them. The pretty picture of Jose on the card, that's actually the one about sponsoring a scholar. So I've actually sponsored 3 scholars, 2 with my colleagues at Gresham, and 1 my wife Lisa and I sponsor with friends of ours who were here at the dinner last year. And so this is a great way to get involved in the life of a scholar. Everybody here gets asked for money. Everybody here gets asked to donate to a great cause. And oftentimes you write the check and you send it in and you say, hey, I feel good about that, but you never see anything. You never see the results. You never see anything tangible from this. So if you sponsor a scholar, it's $10,000 a year, which seems like a lot. You can do it with a group of friends like we did, or figure out what you're comfortable with, write it on the card, put it in there, or reach out to Andrea or Pete, and we will put you together with a group. If we can raise $10,000 a year, we will sponsor 1 more scholar. It doesn't seem like a lot, and the impact is enormous. The nice thing about that is if you're involved in sponsoring a scholar, the folks at Greenhouse Scholars will give you updates, so you can follow their progress. You can watch these 18-year-old kids who are intimidated by everything become adults, be able to stand up in front of you and speak and tell their experiences. It's a really rewarding way to get involved. So that's another way of how you can get involved. I want to close tonight by telling you why you should get involved. So we think of America as a land of opportunity. There is this myth that goes on that if you work hard, maybe get a little bit lucky, but if you dig in every single day, you can succeed. The myth is just that. It is a myth. Socioeconomic studies over the last couple of years have quantified this by looking at what is called intergenerational earnings elasticity. There is math on this quiz. So intergenerational earnings elasticity tells you how much of your parents' circumstances dictate where you will be. So in a land of opportunity, you would say, well, it shouldn't mean that much. In the United States of America, the intergenerational earnings elasticity, or IGE, I'll make it short, is measured between 0.5 and 0.6. What does that mean? Well, for some context, between 0.5 and 0.6, that puts us roughly in the neighborhood of Argentina, Chile, Brazil, and Pakistan. If you take all of those emerging economies away and you look at just the large economies in the world, it puts us dead last. Dead last. This is supposed to be the land of opportunity. This is not that hard to do. Our neighbors to the north in Canada, 0.2. It is 3 times harder in the United States to come from disadvantaged circumstances and succeed. 3 times harder. We can do better. We can make a difference. We see some of those difficulties in the student stories you hear tonight. So as you heard, the majority of our students are first-generation college attendees. These are kids whose parents didn't go to college. The remarkable thing about this statistic, and quite frankly, it was a number that got me involved, that said, gosh, we have to do better. We have to make a difference. If you are a first-generation college attendee in the United States, your failure rate is 90%. 11% of first-generation students make it through college. Now think about that. These are the kids that transcend. These are the kids that make it out of their difficult circumstances, that make it out of these neighborhoods. And you're still 90% likely to fail. We've got to do better. The good news is Greenhouse Scholars is doing better. So we now have as Andrew said earlier, more alumni than we do participating scholars. Despite the fact that we've grown scholars at a great rate, we now have the data to say we flipped this on its head. The graduation rate of Greenhouse scholars from college is 90%. Not a 90% failure rate, a 90% success rate. I'd like to close by just asking you, inviting you to get involved. This is a great organization. It's for a great cause, great accountability. The people that work in this organization make sure that this works. You've heard the stories of the scholars. We generate new stories every single year. We support these people through communities, through sponsorship and the new impact programs, through all the different ways that you can get involved, even if it's monetary, and you just want to sponsor a scholar and hear their stories, you go through the progress. It's a phenomenal experience. Please, please get involved. We can do better. Thank you very much.